Does 2D video games sucks? With games like Undertale, Super Meat Boy, and Stardew Valley, how could anyone say that 2D is outdated? These are legendary titles built by small, passionate people, and these games are loved worldwide. I started in 2D too in 2013 with educational games, but I find jobs with 3D projects exclusively. More recently, in 2021, I released my last 2D project, Last Soul, as a prologue to test the waters and get support to finish the development. We had tight mechanics, polished pixel art, and even streamers' attention, but reality hit. Funding faded, traction slowed, and it wasn't just bad timing. That experience made me look hard at where I wanted to go next. In this video, I shared 10 powerful reasons why I moved from 2D to 3D game creation, and why, if you're serious about building a future in video games, you might want to consider it too. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a tutorial on Unreal Engine and how to build your career dream in video games. And if the dream of making video games is still alive in you, but your daily responsibilities keeping you pushing aside that dream, you are not alone. Here's the truth most people avoid. If you don't have a clear path, you'll keep wasting time, burning money, and slowly losing the spark that got you here in the first place. That's exactly why I created the Game Creator Accelerator, a step-by-step methodology designed to help you succeed in the short, mid, and long term, no matter your schedule, your tech skills, or where the industry is heading. Don't let your dream fade because you didn't have a plan. Go to woolen.com, register, and let's talk. And now let's dive into the reasons why I moved from 2D to 3D video game creations. 1. 3D creates instant wow factor. Let's be honest, 3D visuals, even the simple ones, immediately grab attention. When I shared my first 3D prototype made in Unreal Engine, I got more interest and feedback in one day than I used to get in a month with my 2D games. That's the power of immersion. Even with basic lighting and simple assets, 3D scenes in Unreal Engine looks stunning. My first 3D prototype got more likes, comments, and attention than months of sharing 2D pixel art. It's not that 2D isn't beautiful, but 3D just captures attention instantly. And where you are and in the depth trying to stand out, that matters. 2. Better career and studio opportunities. Studios using 3D tools like Unreal Engines are constantly hiring. Once I started creating 3D prototypes, I saw a spike in people's studios and recruiters viewing my profile on LinkedIn. Even for solo creators, 3D gives you access to markets like VR simulations and cinematics. It's a major career upgrade. On the other side, every time I present a project for publishers or investors, they have never been interested in 2D projects. They prefer to make their bet on 3D look video games. Can you blame them? They want to invest money where the trends are. 3. Unreal Engine makes 3D easier than ever. This is what really sealed it. Unreal Engine 5 made 3D development accessible. Honestly, I always thought 3D would be a nightmare. But once I started using the tool, it felt like going from riding a bike to piloting a jet. In fact, I used to say that it's like waking up in the Matrix. You can't go back. Nanite, Lumen are two terrific tools to generate more immersion for video games and movie productions. With Blueprints, a core tool, I wasn't writing thousands of lines of code. I was building visually. And the results, way more immersive than I imagined. And right now, I just mentioned 3 of the many easy-to-use tools. If you've been scared of 3D, don't be. Unreal has your back. The only thing you need is a path to your goal. 4. World building feels alive. In 3D, you build a world. The satisfaction of walking through your own level, hearing the wind, changing lighting, use the special effects, particles, and textures, it feels like magic. Suddenly, you have options at your disposal that you might to have built in 2D for your project. With Unreal tools, you are not just guiding the players, you are inviting them to get lost. And that's a game changer. 5. Animation possibilities are limitless. 2D animations take a ton of work for each movement. It's all frame by frame. In 3D, you use rigs, blend spaces, and physics, and your characters just move. It opened up entire gameplay ideas I couldn't do before. You have animations provided by Unreal, but also important sources like Mixamo. Using Unreal, you can retarget animations to adapt them for your characters. Although this process used to be more challenging in previous versions of Unreal, today is very easy. 6. Player immersion skyrockets. When the camera responds to the player, like in first or third person views, they are immersed. You can control the mood and experience like a film director. And you want that level of experience for the player, not only in team games, but in die-hard fans genres like horror, exploration, survival, and open worlds. And don't stop short considering that there are two big projects for you or your indie team. What matters is the development weekly cycle and that you share your progress to build a community. In the Game Creator Accelerator, my mentees follow two core pillars: create and share. Simon Sinek once said that there are two types of people, those who lead with a why and those who lead with how. The why people are driven by a deep, often unspoken passion to create. And if you are like me, you'll probably find that drive through video games and movies. But having a strong why isn't enough without how to bring it to life. Take Apple, for example. Steve Jobs had the vision, the why, and Steve Wozniak had the technical know-how, the how. At the GCA, we don't just talk about a passion, we teach you how to turn it into a real sustainable career in the gaming industry. Your first step? Let's talk. Visit Willon.com, subscribe, and book a call with me. 7. Physics and interactions feel natural. Throw a box, it bounces. Shoot a barrel, it explodes. Want a ragdoll effect when a character dies? Easy. In 3D engines, you don't need to fake collisions or manually animate every reaction like you often do in 2D. All those small physical details that are tricky in 2D either come built in or are much simpler to implement in 3D. Unreal Engine gives you ready-to-use classes to manage these behaviors, and with every update, it adds even more features you can control with ease as time progresses. 8. Reusable assets save time. Back when I worked in 2D, I had to draw every tile and every animation frame by hand. In 3D, the difference is massive. The marketplace is incredible. I can buy a character, animate it, and reuse it from any angle across multiple scenes. In 2D, you're often starting from zero each time. But in 3D, there is a huge variety of high-quality assets, both free and paid. I can drop in a modular building a pack or a free character rig, make a few tweaks, and keep moving. And it's not just about Fab. Platforms like Sketchfab, Free 3D, and others are constantly growing. It saves me weeks of work and lets me focus on what really matters: gameplay and story. Worth mentioning, Fab offers around 4 expensive assets twice a month that you can get for free, and which value is usually around $200. I always get them even though I'm not going to use them immediately. But the reality is that you never know when they will be useful. 9. Future-proofing my skills. The industry is clearly moving toward 3D experiences, including VR, AR, and cinematic-style games. By diving into 3D now, I'm just keeping up, I'm getting ahead. It feels like learning Unity back in 2010 or jumping into the mobile development in 2008. Early adopters gain an edge that pay off massively. The skills I'm building today in 3D will stay relevant and valuable for years to come, no matter how the industry evolves. As Wayne Gretzky famously said, I skate to where the puck is going, not to where it has been. That mindset is exactly why I'm investing in 3D now, to be ready for what's next, not just what's current. 10. I simply fell in love with it. Before being a game developer, I was a gamer. I enjoy the fantasy that Immersion provides today. Once I saw my world come alive in 3D, I was hooked. It reignited my passion for creating. I just fell in love with it. 3D made game development exciting again. Every little discovery felt like magic. If you are feeling stuck, maybe it's time to explore something new. Maybe it's time to go 3D. If this video added value to you, like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss tips and tutorials on Unreal Engine and how to build your successful career in video games. And be sure to check out the next video on how to make games without coding in Unreal and continue your life-changing path. Until next time, keep creating, keep sharing, and most importantly, keep dreaming big. I'll see you soon, my fellow creators.